well, let's just go down.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Aye.
Abstain.
Oh, I'm good on that one there.
Wake up, John, it's coffee.
Minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's what I.
There you go, John.
There we go.
Opposed, say nay. Minutes approved. Communications.
Had conservation this week, nothing major there. Process of hiring 2 people. So that's like really good candidates, so I should be wrapping up here shortly. Also had Heritage of Aging yesterday, and like I was telling Abby, I take 4 hours of class for that. Or they get dinged. So that's fun, interesting stuff. Last Friday was DCAT, just a regular meeting for them. Looking for vendors for Benton County and Iowa County. Whether see if they could take both, or do have to do individual counties. It was kind of, they were gonna end in negotiations. So that was my 3 things.
I had Iowa County Community Development on Wednesday, and we decided we had the facade grant that went out, and we had quite a few applicants, I think like 15 or so, can't recall. And we are awarding 4, and I will tell you guys who, but until they get the letters. But we were all unanimous. We're awarding $15,000 to 4 different businesses to improve their signage or their facade. So lots of fun things there. And then wanted to briefly talk about the email that we got from the sheriff about the opioid money and using that for the mental health liaison. I'm just pulled it up, what the exhibit says that you can put it on. And one of them is treatment for incarcerated population. And it says provide evidence-based treatment and recovery support, including MAT, whatever that is, for persons with opioid use disorder and co-occurring substance use disorder, mental health disorders within and transitioning out of the criminal justice system. So I don't know if we want to email the county attorney and see if he thinks that we can use those funds.
Because then you have to decide if you're in there because of opioids or not.
I don't know if we can link it to everybody, but it does say and co-occurring mental health disorders.
Is that money controlled by public health?
It is right
It's
now.
in their department right now.
Because I talked with them and she was talking about setting up a task force with representatives. She said that's a model that other counties have done. They set up a task force that includes possibly the county attorney, Compass Memorial, law enforcement representative, the auditor, or a representative from the auditor's office. And then they kind of just, take request on what to use that funds for, but.
I don't think anything's been done. I just looked in 24, we still had 96,000 in there.
No, she said she's working on it.
Well, she's leaving. I told you, is that right? Because I'm in the process of, I don't know if I communicated on it, the public health director has resigned, and Betsy, Momedy, and I are in the process of hiring a new one.
But it's a short-term fix at best.
Yeah, it still wouldn't, let's say I guess we're gonna look at is if we're gonna continue this if the state don't step up and take part responsibility for it, because this liaison saves the state money as well by, the results we were seeing when I was on the Eastern Iowa Mental Health Board. You could see that a lot of situations were being resolved on scene because of the mental health liaison, instead of a person being incarcerated or taken to a hospital or a facility, and then the liaison would always do a follow-up. But in the long run, I think that opioid, right now, that's gonna run out in 10 years, right?
I know, yeah, but we get quite a bit every year,
It's
like 30.
13. Is it 30?
I thought we were more.
I thought it was like 12 or 13,000.
So in 2 years, we got 96,000.
So is this next award though, is it the same though?
Um,
From year to year, it's kind of a guess on what we get. We don't know ahead of time.
So like,
For budgeting, I didn't know what we were gonna get for next year. Last year, I didn't know what we were gonna get for this current year.
It has the estimates through 2038.
Doesn't it vary on, not every county asked for it, or,
Yeah, some counties did not, which I don't know why.
so that's how it varies on what you get, I got you, because the costs are bigger some years.
We're supposed to get 205,000 over the course of it.
Till 2038. Is that right?
Ours only goes to 2033 for some reason. I don't know why ours isn't going to 2038. So, I mean, we have the money if we want to Band-Aid that for a while. Do you want to ask the county attorney if we can do that?
yeah, it'd be for probably the next budget, right?
Well, we have to pay on this budget
We gotta
too.
pay them now.
I thought that was gonna go through, I thought we already did
I don't know if you ever got, they were in the paid.
I don't know, maybe which the sheriff.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to follow up on that, because that's gonna be an option.
Yeah,
No, I think.
But then you gotta look at too, is that just gonna be for like our share? Obviously, and not the other law enforcement departments.
well, we don't need to pay for their share, do we?
No, that's what I was just wondering. That's,
I don't think we need to pay for their share.
I don't think so.
So, okay, I will follow up with,
The attorney.
and then I had the phone call this morning, we can talk about it later if we want, with the DOT on the condemnation of the property for the bridge project. We have to find, so Brandy sent out, or printed out all the people that we have on there, which that Marvin Miller does not live in Iowa County anymore, FYI. So we need to find, us supervisors for the next week, we need to find 4 farmers, and they don't have to be on this list, but I will tell you, we can volunteer Jerry. And that's not a conflict of interest, I did check. 4 farmers, and they can be owners or operators, but you have to reside in Iowa County. We need to find 4 realtors with a valid license and 4 people that are knowledgeable with valuation, and she said bankers and appraisers are preferred. And so we need to send a list of 4 of each of these to her by next week, and the judge picks 2 people to be on this, and then 2 alternates.
So the owners of the town and city probably don't count.
We don't, not for this one, no.
What's it for again, the bridge?
The bridge project, yeah, there's
What-
one
what bridge?
landowner
What
with
bridge is that?
the Williamsburg exit.
Overpass.
Oh,
There's one landowner with 0.07 acres that is not agreeing to what they're offering them. And so,
0.07?
0.07. So this condemnation board is going to, it's funny, she told us that it all goes to the sheriff's office, I guess. And they meet over there in the conference room, and then they load you up in a van and you go look at it. And then you come back and you decide if the DOT's offer is fair. Either way, it's getting condemned. It's just deciding how much money they get.
Whether or not it's worth more than what
Yeah,
they're offered.
so it sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
And they get paid $200 plus mileage. So I don't, if you guys, I'm like, I got a lot of stuff on my plate. Do you guys want to work on finding 4 of each
Or
category?
they have to be off of this list.
No, they don't have to be. This is just who we
so
have right
4
now.
farmers, you said, right?
I can't go in the farm business.
I got Jared, so that's one, if you guys wanna use them, I don't care either way. So we-
You guys, if you want to use it or not.
What's that?
So I'll offer to be one if you don't want to call somebody else.
Kevin, you too. Why don't you contact Bull and see if he'd do it?
I can give them a call.
Anything on the agenda this week, I don't think. Next week will be a big week, but, the bridge that our guys have built, we are gonna be ready to pour. We're just going to, come in Monday and look at the weather for the week and get everything prepped there. But we should be ready to go. We've been doing a lot of contract rock. We're not gonna go in today because of the rain, but, we do have, I don't know, 40% done or so. And then we're still stockpiling a lot of rock, ready to haul that out. Today they are total patching and the grader's been going. I spent my time this week, we got that motor grader in, so kind of reviewing some of that, going over that.
Is there a problem? Is there a problem?
Depends who you ask, it's just a different type of wing. So we're looking just to see how it works and stuff. Bridge design for the two projects later this summer. A quick meeting with one of the consultants, but I think we're finalizing what size of aluminum box culvert we wanna put in. We drew up different options, so I think we'll pick one next week. And then we have about the request for proposals for the engineering work for the F46 curves were due yesterday. So I'm getting all those in line. I think we have like 8 or so that we will start reviewing next week, and I'll bring that in next week for your guys' approval. Your approval or the state's approval, one of them.
How to straighten everything?
How to straighten it?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yep. So,
Just more than one option how to do it?
well, yeah. Yeah, you gotta figure out what you want for your vertical curve, speed, tangents, double curve. You want a vertical curve in there too? You wanna keep it flat? Kind of depends on how much dirt fill there's gonna be. We'll have to move the utilities. How T Avenue comes into that intersection.
I'm sure you have your preference.
I did. I gave them most everything. I'm not real handy with the full AutoCAD to give the people with the bulldozers what they need to just set it and go for all final quantities and whatnot. But no, I've already set out a pretty rough location.
In an ideal world, when it's straightened somewhat, will the speed limit be down through there, and would you still have to slow up all the way?
No, this, we're gonna design it to go as fast as possible.
The speed limit, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, and, so I think right now, I don't know what the curves are, 900-foot radius is something like that, maybe even smaller. And then I think that the DOT for a 55-mile-an-hour curve says you go like 1,000-foot radius. Still seems kind of tight, or whatever it was. When I did you can simulate it on the computer, still seems a little tight. We went up to like 1,300 feet, I think you and then there'll be a nice straightaway in the middle, so it won't be a back-to-back double. You'll have a nice.
What was that again? Okay.
I'm picturing simulation as a Mario Kart.
It might, with all the colors that flash, you might have a seizure like Mario Kart, yeah. But, no, so I gave that information out to everybody. I know how I want the culverts put in with, as far as the standards for that. I know what I want for the road standard. they're gonna have to come up with the dirt work quantities, so the vertical curves and how T Avenue approaches. And then I think a lot of the costs too are gonna be associated with the survey, because they'll have to do an initial survey, and then they're gonna have to prepare all the plats and everything we will do the buying, we'll negotiate with the landowners. That saves a lot of money. But they gotta draw up all the plats to buy it and then vacate. So a good portion of that cost will be surveying. And we're gonna run it through the whole thing through the FM account, so that should save us some local money.
And that doesn't start anything happening until when?
Like moving dirt,
Yeah.
at the earliest, that would be next November, so November of 27 at the earliest. I don't think anything will happen though until
Next
spring of
year.
28.
Okay.
And if they do move dirt in November, the whole road will be closed over the winter. I had to take the one road and use that dirt to slide it over. So,
That'd be less than ideal, I think.
huh?
It'd be less than ideal through the winter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, so we're gonna have to use our spare truck, make that into 2 different routes. And, just kind of depends on the winter, but if we do construction in the fall, that'll let the road sit through the freeze thaw cycle in the spring, you can get a better road.
Okay.
And plus it won't be up to us anyway, it'll be up to the contractor, we won't have a say.
There'll be a lot of questions coming in.
That's all I know about the project.
No, I'm just saying, once it gets started, there'll be a lot of questions coming.
What?
Huh?
What?
The landowners around there will have a lot of questions. Well, how long it'll be closed, and there'll be a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Especially when you close a road.
Yeah, it won't be, won't be too long of a segment.
Well, when you have more information, could you do like an informational meeting maybe when it gets closer?
It's not, it's a quarter mile, like, it's not that big a deal, to be honest. You do a up and over on a gravel. If you wanna do a run around, you got signs over in Williamsburg that'll say, road closed 5 miles ahead, go take the interstate up and around. It won't be that big a deal compared to like, what they're doing in Tama right now. I think the state's closing 8 miles of road. And then a roundabout another mile down. Like, that's a big, that's one where you'll have questions, but this one, local traffic will be fine.
They're doing something through town there too.
They're doing a roundabout in town, but then they're gonna take 63 there and close the whole thing like 8 miles north for all summer. So the roads seem fine to me, so I don't know what they're doing.
You won't have any time to design any roundabouts around here. You will not have any time.
Maybe.
No, you won't. Hate them.
Oh, they're fine.
Still hate them.
I love roundabouts.
I do too.
You might have one in Amana, but it might get a little
Keep
complicated.
track
You might have to
of
have a double or triple roundabout.
I spent 3 years in England with roundabouts, so.
I love roundabouts.
On the east side of Iowa City, to get on the interstate, the exits are on ramps. There's roundabouts there, and it drives me nuts.
He gets lost.
When's it my turn?
He's just stuck in the middle of the corner round and around.
So that's all we have for this week. I will just ask people about their magnets. And
Yeah.
they're not gonna save, up till 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the county operated for 100 years without magnets.
Right.
All right, so putting a magnet on, while they get a lot of stuff, will not get them all flats. But,
Are they in the back of the
Yeah.
machine? Okay.
yeah, they're in the back.
I don't see why anybody could take one off.
Well, you take it off for the winter, for the snow.
Right.
And whatnot. And I'm not so sure if they run it when contract rock is going or not. And I don't know if they run it first thing in the spring either, when you could be cutting off some of those curbs that you are fixing up,
Right,
the edges.
cause it'll hit it or what?
Yeah, could hit it.
Okay.
At least I know in certain circumstances, I don't know what this particular individual's doing, but like, a couple weeks ago, I know that where you can like, in the wintertime, when you got a big snow, you'll dig into some spots, you get big things there. Well, I don't know about around here, but we're in Tama the other day, they were, kind of half in the ditch trying to get all that fixed.
Right,
And that wouldn't bode too well for
Right.
a magnet that hangs that far off.
right.
And contract rock, I'm not sure if they want to take it off of that, I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Yeah, I don't,
Because sometimes they'll make a big pile and.
it's my grade, it's the grader that I have, but I've noticed it, so, but I mean,
We'll make sure.
Yeah, just-
When everything gets touched up and go back on.
I'll tell them,
But
thank you.
Yeah.
So the stuff you have under other, in progress?
then those will all be for the agenda next week. That's to remind me to put those on the agenda. We have a public hearing next week. The DOT, they accepted our budget and 5-year plan and also the budget amendment we made this year. I'll review all the RFPs. I gotta check with the state. I'm assuming you guys can just approve to accept. Because those do not necessarily get graded on cost alone. So I have to work to do there. And then, bridge postings, we just heard back from our bridge inspectors. We have, 6 bridges that their tonnage will get lowered. And then one that I asked them to do the 10 or 20 feet, we'll post that one at 21 tons. That's like a field entrance.
A lot lower?
For that one or for
All the other ones?
2 of the 6 are ones that we're doing this summer.
Okay.
So he said, you can lower those or not lower those. He didn't. I'm gonna maybe just lower them anyway, just be on the safe side. The other ones are, we're gonna go, I think one of them might have dropped from a 26 ton down to like a 10 ton. They're all, that one was not necessarily on my radar as much, but the other ones were on our short list
There's a plan.
for most of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I wasn't too overly concerned with the list. I have one that I wasn't quite aware that they were gonna drop it that rapidly, but. So I will,
I'll just let them know that you're gonna tell them to
yeah.
run the magnets when they can, when it works for them. Or when. Thank you.
Yep, and I will be gone the rest of the day, so. If you do stop by, you might not find me.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good
You guys
weekend.
too.
Okay, we'll see you.
Have a good weekend.
52.
Doesn't that seem like a scam to you?
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, we got an email about the,
Oh.
Wasser Farm.
Everybody or just you two?
The important people.
And I still got it.
It came from some Indian person with a Yahoo address. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's real thing.
Well, I think it got bought back by the bank that had the loan.
I think it did too.
So-
All right. I wanted you to take a peek at that.
Well, see what you can find online.
I pulled up their website, it looks like a bunch of janky gas stations.
Well, if they could get halfway and get the building done, it'd be great.
They're gonna spend $12 million to build that. Like, no, I don't think
So
so.
what?
That's the gas, like, there's their website. And they're gonna spend 12 to 13 million dollars. I'm like, yeah, right. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I mean, we really don't have anything to do with it.
well, they want a handout.
What?
It always does.
Okay, John, we're up to you.
Tom,
Yeah, so I had that meeting up in Eldora. It was quite a long meeting again.
this gives me a golfing.
No, I can't. I just got cleared for golf the other day, so I had restrictions. I took a picture of my nameplate and was gonna send it to you to let you know I was there. But no, so with the whole lawsuit thing, a lot of the stuff we can't discuss was closed meetings prior to this meeting. But, so the settlement for the lawsuit came in and said every county that was in by 2011 stays in and still a voting member. 2011 and past, we're no longer a voting member. So we come out of the lawsuit, well, now they're doing a new 2080 agreement. Because the whole contention is like the first 6 counties or whatever that set up the juvenile detention facility put lots of money into it to do it. And then in order to get into that commission and be a part of it, as counties would come in, they would pay a plan that counties could join and not have to pay a fee. But if you remember, the lawsuit talked about the 2080s going to the state, getting approved by the state in a timely manner. Some of them were, some of them weren't. The years went on, some of them might not even got submitted. So the agreement was everybody from 11 on would stay in. So now how do other counties get back in? So they had to do a new 2080 agreement. And the plan was that if a county now wants to come in, they would have to pay per capita $1 per capita to be a member of this. And then they'd be a voting board member. And one of the main benefits of it, there are other benefits, but one of the main benefits are if you, per person you have there, right now it's $250 a bed day. If you're a member of this, it's $150. So depending on how many you have there, could be a substantial savings.
Right.
Like if you look at this year, right now, we are way over budget because we've been using it more than we have in the past. Our county is. But there's years that we were way, way, way under budget. So the contention right now is, what about those ones that were already on here that some of them were board members long before I was? Now their counties were saying they got to pay per capita to get in. So that's what they're kind of working on now. We didn't agree on the 2080 agreement. The executive council is going to go back, and just yesterday I got a couple of 3 different options they're doing, where if you're not listed below, which listed below would be those counties that were former voting members that are no longer in because of their 2080 agreements in the past. There would be maybe a different thing, like their per capita, they could pay over 5 years, or instead of being great, because some counties would be only 14,000 to get back in. But you look at a county like Dubuque, it's going to be well over 100,000. Well, then people say, well, they got a bigger tax base. But I guess what I have to think, and what we have to think is what's fair. They were already in there,
Right.
especially like Dubuque County. They closed down their juvenile facility because of this incentive back in 2002 or beyond. They came on after 2011 and they signed and got on board. So part of the whole thing is if they get back in and they're making payments, are they a voting member? Are they just a member? Then another thing is, well, instead of charging them, maybe until their fee is paid per capita, you charge them like $175 per bed. So that $25 per bed would go towards that fee in the long run. So that's where the whole mess is right now, is trying to figure out this 2080 agreement. So the meeting took a long time to agree that we're gonna table it. And so it'll be coming back again here at the end of April. So it'll probably be an important meeting to go there. But that was the biggest development out of that meeting, is just trying to get this 2080 agreement, which does have to be changed because the whole organization is kind of changing. But other than that, it seems like the facility is running really well with the new director. They found out some things that, obviously with the new director coming in, maybe some things weren't being reimbursed from the state in the right category. So they figured out some things that our budget's gonna be tighter because some things were getting paid by a fund from the state that shouldn't have been getting paid by a fund from the state. That's getting straightened out, so. So I think things are developing really good, but it's just this 2080 agreement. It's just gonna take a while. And then, other than that, I had a veterans board meeting, commission board the other day, and really no really big developments out of that. Things are running smooth there. And I think that's all I had for the week, but that was the big one.
Okay. I went out to the county home for inspection of the windows and stuff. I was worried how much we'd have to spend, and it sounds like we can find parts for everything. Kind of surprised. So it's only supposed to be looking into some windows as simple as a lock. We have a lot of single pane windows. They can take in the browns, I guess, and they'll replace the single panes.
Oh,
So we just have to get plywood to box it in for overnight or whatever. Conroy Hilton's thinking about selling a piece of property in Conroy. So they're looking into that to see what they can do and do the legal process. They will pay a small fee.
yeah,
Because all we do is pay to mow it every year.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, remember I brought it up a few years ago. There was a guy that was interested.
They just want to be able to put a restriction on it so they don't get like a junkyard or something in there.
Yeah.
When they sell it. So they're supposed to be talking to the attorney about that. The building over there, I talked to them about their concern about the ground. They're supposed to go there and level that out. And the guy was trying to buy the abandoned streets and streets in the Rapid and Conroy. Spent a lot of time in Conroy.
Say that again?
There's streets in Conroy that never came to fruition.
Yeah.
And everybody just mows them, but they're still our streets.
Right,
So he'd like to be able to buy that. We're figuring out how we own it.
right.
Do we own it? Do we have an easement to it?
Right.
So you have to go back to the 1800s. So it's a long drawn out deal.
So that's a dead issue then, no?
What, the streets?
Yeah. or is
No,
there
it ain't done yet.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he calls me all the time. I think that's all I got for now, off the top of my head. The liquor licenses? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the liquor licenses.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Quarterly transfer from rural basic secondary roads, $328,750. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Manor Colony's parade road closure request for 2026 Mayfest and Oktoberfest.
Make a motion?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. And that's just a chairman.
Mhm.
Do you want to talk about insurance now, or do you want to do that later?
Let's do that, later.
Okay.
Scott's here.
Just trying to knock out as much as we can.
He's got animals to take care of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Scott, come on up.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Scott Hamlin, representing the Iowa County Pioneer Cemetery Commission. And as some of you are aware of some of our activities, or probably all of you, the ones that are public. the commission put together a set of, excuse me, guidelines and quote standards that they'd like to see all of the supporters and contributors to the Pioneer Cemetery care and maintenance in the future. I don't think we've ever really had any documentation. And so this is kind of putting something on paper and getting everybody on board, because there's, the commission feels there's a different philosophy here and there from what we've experienced with the cemeteries. Anyway, I think you all received an electronic copy originally to peruse through, but what the commission's asking is we have 16 copies here of this new guideline book, and we're asking that they be one distributed to each of the 16 township clerks so that they can share with the trustees and then review. If they have any questions, hopefully they'll come back and we'll get a dialogue going between the trustees and if there's any questions on the Pioneer cemeteries.
Because we're all aware, well, not all aware, but there's certain cemeteries that'll be a long road to get them up to standard.
Well, is
that right by saying that?
I think that is a fair statement. And then what is a standard?
Right, and that's what you're saying, what the
So
standard
this
is.
is just a guideline that we've taken resources from other Pioneer Cemetery commissions and anything that's out there in the world, because this is something that's kind of, isn't all that new, old and, established, from what I'm learning anyway, and I'm new to the commission. So, yeah, it's just, and all the resources are documented that we use to put in there, the different states, communities, and then, guidelines, because we know there's good, better, and best in class type of facilities depending on how an individual looks at it. And what's the goal of the commission? What it was formed, we're using taxpayer dollars to support it in a lot of ways. And that's kind of, we want to see that we're, be able to have everybody aware of kind of what the expectations might be of the commission and then go from there. But you're absolutely right. We know what's out there is we're never going to be able to recover or make perfect or wave a magic wand to make it, but what is good for today and tomorrow and going forward is the role of the commission and the community preserving these cemeteries, I guess. So, any questions, I'll be glad to, go back. But this is just something we're wanting to move forward on, especially as we're coming into the mowing season, and whenever it gets out there and everybody absorbs it. And
So our board, this is my opinion, should we as our board reread them and vote to approve them? Do we need to? Is there a separate commission they take care
They're separate, I think they can.
of? Okay, just want to make sure.
They spend a lot of time on
and there's kind of been
it.
growing,
Horizon.
sorry, so, no, some of us are kind of we're asking about, well, what is the hierarchy or infrastructure of reporting and things like that? And what is the commission's authority over the Pioneer cemeteries? And is a commission reporting and a board reporting to the supervisors? That's kind of the feeling. So if the Pioneer Cemetery Commission says these are the guidelines and stuff, then that should be respected, I guess. Does that sound reasonable? That'd be kind of what you were saying, Abby, where does the authority come from in putting something like this together? And the commission's fine with, them, that being the authority on behalf of the Pioneer cemeteries.
I guess that's right, since I'm not part of we. You need to progress forward and just do it slow enough so we don't, make people mad doing it.
Oh, absolutely. It's already aware that we have culture and territorial
Right.
things with our partners. And then changing something, obviously you all know how that can be. So, but yes, as Seth mentioned,
It's come a long ways in the last.
there's
20
been a
years.
lot of work put into this.
I mean, you know, they didn't use copy and paste stuff, but, which I mean, everybody knows.
But anyway, so anyway, that's what we're asking.
Okay.
So if that's something that the county can do, is to see that these get distributed for review, and the commission's annotated in here as the body to answer questions and help as possible.
Okay.
So,
We'll get them up, forwarded on.
that good enough?
Yep.
All right, well, thank you all very much for,
Good luck with your relocation programs.
yesterday was a neutral day. I won and the skunk also won. And now I'm gonna have to try to patch up my marriage today as I clean up my mess. So, you know, Alan Schumacher says, sometimes no good deed goes unpunished. And hey, somebody's gotta do it, right? And
You didn't use the blankets, Rick?
that'll be the next time. Okay, this was a growth opportunity. Thank you.
I smelled one out by Come and Go. We might want to go check out there.
We stop and look and see how much white's in the table.
Okay.
Do you want to do insurance quick? For the next 10 minutes?
We can start it at least.
Okay, so I forwarded you guys the email of all the decisions that we need to make today. Because for North Risk to go and schedule these meetings or these informational sessions for employees, we probably need to get decided on this. They can schedule that and people can enroll before the new year. So it looks like I just sent to you guys. Number one, John and I talked about it, if we were to get rid of the 750 plan or just add the high deductible, and we decided just to add, if Brandy's okay with that, managing for different plans. And if you guys are okay with that. And then, so if we add the high deductible and we do the HSA, there are savings for the county. So I printed that out for you guys on your desks. And I was thinking, you're gonna look at that right column, and I was thinking for just employees only, who would contribute $50 to their HSA, $75 for employee plus spouse, $100 for employee plus children, and $125 for family. What do you think, John?
Yeah, that's what we would contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be an incentive for them. But most of them are gonna find out that it is a really good plan anyhow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but it'd be even better, especially if somebody that's younger doesn't use their insurance, they can bank their savings account. I mean, it doesn't end, does it? I mean, they could have their deductible and built up into their savings account before they even need it.
Need
So,
it, and then if they do need it,
yeah, and then we'll contribute some to it as well.
that's a good plan.
because when we had our meeting, we have some employees that have never used their insurance. Wasn't there a few that
12%, yeah,
never used, not even a yearly physical?
Yeah.
yeah. So if you guys are good with that contribution rate, that's what I was gonna propose back. Using health equity, I think that's a good idea, right, Brandy? Weren't they pretty decent to work with? Yeah, okay. Blue Dental, self-funded. So we can self-fund it, it's still administered through Walmart. But instead of paying a premium, we would pay for the claims that we incur. And it would save us, so right now we're paying more in premium than we have in claims, so it'd save us $19,000 a year. It would be somewhat risky if for some reason we had some catastrophic gear, but in years past, we never have. I'm okay either way on this one, I can go either
So
way.
what, when I go to the dentist, I bring my bill down there?
No, it still gets billed through Walmart, but Walmart, instead of billing us for, what is it, something per month. Right now, we're paying them $9,800 a month. And it's just a fixed rate. We would pay them how much the claims were. My only fear with this is if we have a heavy load in the beginning, which $10,000 isn't a lot, but a heavy load before taxes come in that first quarter, it could be risky. Because will we have the funds there or not?
The employee would not notice a thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's just how, we would save money just paying the claims.
Historically, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, every year they bring us up.
Maybe a thing we could sit on till next year and kind of see how the numbers work again.
But we already have the history of it.
For $19,000, I feel like it's not worth the risk and
So you're against the risk.
for 19 grand. In the grand scheme of when we're talking 11 million in property taxes, 19 grand isn't gonna make a raise. I don't care either way though. I really don't.
You're asking the wrong guy, 19,000 is 19,000.
I agree, but $19,000 in dental work, I mean, probably not that much. I mean, if something were to, or, if you had a couple, I don't know what at all.
But you're only limited to how much you can spend anyhow, I think.
Is it?
What'd you say?
You're limited on what they'll pay anyhow.
Yeah.
Dental.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not like braces or stuff like that. Oh,
No.
really?
No, that's orthodontics.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't
Well, maybe it's not.
make you risk as well.
Should be.
Where to go?
What would the load be on the auditor's office on that? Anything different?
No, you just don't pay what they cost.
it's just the bill would be different every month versus a flat $9,851.
And again, it's probably something we could do, try, and if it didn't work, get out of it, but then the policy might be higher by that too.
I'd say we try it, but
I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with that. I mean, historically, we're under them. I mean,
we don't have like every other year, it sounds like it's.
yeah, right.
Could, I mean, it could go the other way too. It could possibly be more of the savings too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question is the Aflac. Oh, I forgot, we did get an email from Aflac too, John. I never did respond to that.
I didn't either.
Aflac has always been independent. of us.
So, yes, so I'm just trying to remember what he said about this. So they can replace what Aflac provides. And what was it, John? It saved, we got a better rate on renewal if we switch the next year. Isn't that what it was?
I can't remember that part.
Oh, that's what it
It did
was.
cost us.
Okay, so our Sun Life, which is our life insurance, voluntary life, is gonna go up 9% this year. If we switch to them for the accident, critical illness, or hospital coverage, they're willing to decide on that. So, just to reiterate, we're adding the high deductible plan, not taking away the $750. The contribution rate will be 50, 75, 100, 125 from the county. We're going to use health equity to do the HSA. And then we're gonna self-fund the insurance, the dental insurance. And then we'll figure out the Aflac. Is that,
Wasn't there also, there was a change with orthodontic?
we didn't ask about that. Do we want to?
So that we're adding it somehow at one time. For people under, kids under 18 or something.
See, that takes our monthly premium up though to
I think that
10.9, and we don't have that in the budget.
Oh, that wasn't included in this already?
It's not what we budgeted for a 0% increase.
Okay,
And then I worry about self-funding if we add that, because it's adding another variable. I don't think we should add that this year. I think let's try the self-funding and then maybe add it later. Don't you think?
yeah, that's fine with me.
Because we don't have the 10.5 in the budget to do it, or 11,000. And the reality is, it's only gonna give you $2,000. And how much money we're spending, what? $2,000 more a month to give our employees $2,000 worth of coverage. That probably doesn't math out.
The braces are gonna cost probably, I think when I got them for our kid, it was 5,000.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
You'll find out.
Oh, yeah, I'm finding out right now. I think it's 7,000, I think.
Is it? I figured. it'd be more than
I can't remember what top of my head though. I don't know, she gets them next week.
don't you got a welder at home?
We need a pause.
Motion to go into public hearing.
that. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
What?
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. We are in public hearing. FY 26 Iowa County Budget Amendment Public Hearing. Is there any written comments? Verbal? Anybody from the public? Is there a motion to go out of public hearing now?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right,
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. We're out of public hearing. Is there a motion to approve the budget amendment?
So moved.
second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right,
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Okay, now you go back to talk about insurance.
So do you want a motion on the health insurance? Probably.
Probably so it's of record.
I'll let Brady catch up here then.
So it sounds like it'll be a lengthy motion.
Okay, I make the motion to add a high deductible health plan
Do you want to state?
And-
Do you want to say how high is high? Is there a dollar amount?
as presented by Northwest Services. How about that? I gave you that. It's 3,400 and 6,800. So my motion is to add that plan and for the county to contribute to their employees' health savings accounts in the amount of $50 for employee only, $75 per month for employee plus spouse, $100 for employee plus children, and $125 for the family plan. I don't need to do anything we can, and then to use health equity for administration of the HSA account. To self-fund our Blue Dental plan. And I'm gonna leave my motion there and we'll decide on the Aflac. That doesn't need to be decided on right now. That is my motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
Sweet, that's done.
And then he'll come in and set up meeting times and stuff to explain the situations.
Yes, and I'll email him here and let him know what we decided. Okay. Do you want to go on the budget quick?
Yeah, is there anything to talk about about this?
Well, Brandy we talked this week, she had to submit it to the Department of Management to pay for our preliminary budget. Obviously, we can't change levy rates. Well, we could supplemental technically, but we're kind of locked in where we're at. But I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page, that the budget, while it's set, like how much we're raising and how much we're giving to every department, it's not set in stone what we're doing for salaries or anything else until we do salary certification. Because I know you and I have discussed a stipend and different things and some tweaking around, but I don't think we need to worry about that until salary certification.
when is that?
We don't do that till before July 1st.
Okay.
That's just the requirement. Williamsburg does it the meeting before the new year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so salaries are not set until.
With the budget.
Mhm. And I verified that with Tim Dilly. I sent an email with Brandy. We have freeway going, so. Just wanted to,
Questions, concerns about the comments?
I'm good with that.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think so. Next week is a big week, right? I thought we had to do something with the budget next week. Is that when we're,
Next,
No, our
So we're gonna
hearing,
get you a meeting.
oh, our hearing's not till the 29th, right?
What time is that meeting again, Brandy? I'll do that right now.
9
10 o'clock on the 29th?
And that's where,
Wednesday, Friday,
and that still does
No,
not set
wrong.
salaries, that hearing. Just
April.
can't really put,
It's a Wednesday. Sorry, I was looking at May.
I didn't put that in my calendar, so the budget hearing is at 9 a.m.
Excuse me?
I about messed up. I hit the wrong button.
Sorry, that's some kind of owl there.
I know, or one of those, morning doves. Okay, so what do we have for next week, Brandy?
No.
I might wanna be gone, because LAS schedules everything on Fridays, I'm missing a field trip today, and special persons day, and like, I've never made one, because it's always on Fridays, and we don't have a lot like
You're not
to
a special person, you're grandparents are a special person.
Well, my daughter wants me.
I turned it over 20 of these things.
Public hearing for that.
20 special persons.
We know
How to
you're,
host them.
we know you're special.
Ambulance and building maintenance.
So if you're okay, I'm gonna, this next week. And maybe another time in May when they're going to the Lake Park Zoo.
Is that a budget hearing on the 29th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I think that's, like, when we miss a week, it's like so much to catch up on.
Anything else we want to discuss? You're gonna go to recess until?
What's on the agenda for the 24th so far?
Oh, excuse me.
Engineering and transportation.
Oh, I might have to go.
Golfing.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's wrong, he knows it.
2 weeks of shoulder be live.
Yeah.
It might be interesting, just with this deal, some of the stuff we discussed in closed meeting, I just don't think it's fair that, I'm on the board and these people that were on the board forever won't be on there.
Yeah.
But then I also forgot to tell you, from 2002, when we got in to 11, there's like 12 counties that didn't have to pay back then that are considered end voting members with the lawsuit.
Yeah, they get sticky. There's a lot of people there that have to agree on one thing, don't they? I mean,
Yeah, we can go into recess.
Okay, we'll go to recess until May
Morning.
Morning.
Are we okay to?
Yeah, come on up,
Okay.
bring a chair up here. I don't have you.
Reed, stand.
I'll say. How are you guys doing today?
Great, grand, wonderful.
Awesome. I love to hear that. It's Friday. It's my favorite day of the week, so we're excited to be here. Thank you for your guys' time today. We have a goal, and that's really to educate you on what we do for a living, and our hopes would be able to serve you guys going forward. So what we like to do is just kind of see where you guys are sitting as far as your benefit program goes. Just to start us off, want you to know that what we're looking to do is be a part of your benefits program. Not looking to replace any of your benefits that you have in place. Our job is to enhance, educate, offer, and share our services with you as well. And so wanted to see where you guys were sitting in regards to supplemental benefits here at the county. Cancer policies. Do you guys have any vendors in here that are offering those kind of options?
We do.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you know who that vendor is?
Sunlight.
Sun Life, okay. And then I'm guessing that's where your life insurance is coming from as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. we can pull it out
Which
here.
is great. Do they come
Or
here at
Aflac. Sorry.
Aflac for
Yes.
supplements?
Yes, and then
Sun
Sunlight
Life
for,
life.
yes.
Yep, perfect. So those are really great options. Again, we're not here to replace either one of them. How is participation going for, your Aflac representatives right now?
So what we do is we have them coordinate directly with employees. They can come in and have a day where people come in and sign up. We don't really oversee it.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
And that's sort of how we would like to do it as well. We try to keep folks super hands off. It's our job again to take care of you. We want to coordinate all that as well. Where we're going to be a little different than Aflac, we're going to say service. We pride ourselves on service. We are very, very hands-on with our clients. So they call their agent directly to file all claims. We are also the account manager. So any account issues, no issues, whatever, that is our job to serve you. And we would like to, schedule things directly with department heads as well. And then when it comes to the life insurance, now with Sun Life, I assume that's a group policy that's being offered to all employees or maybe eligible employees
Yeah, we have an accident insurance.
through Sun Life.
Yep.
Okay. Is any life insurance here a portable option for the employees?
I don't believe it is.
So that would be a huge gap we can fill. And again, our program is 100% free to the county to bring us on. As far as admin, there is no overhead costs, no overhead fees whatsoever. It's all employee paid. One of the main focuses we would want to help you out here then would be the fact that we can offer you 100% portable life insurance. So we hear about life insurance oftentimes it's offered through the workplace. Sometimes folks have the option of purchasing additional life insurance that they can take with them. However, when they do go take their policy at retirement or whenever it is, they're no longer tied to the group, so those rates get skyrocketed. Oftentimes leaves families very vulnerable and they can't afford the coverage anymore. And then benefit amount. So once you have a policy, it has a certain benefit amount that's supposed to pay out to your family. However, as you age, it reduces. So maybe some of you have experienced that a little bit. What you see is what you get with us. We make insurance very, very simple. We love what we do. We're here to serve you. And that's kind of what we were looking at. And so the gaps we would look to fill is your life insurance options. And then our supplements are probably going to be less expensive. Just because our company doesn't do your traditional marketing. We don't have a mascot. We don't have billboards, commercials. We are the commercial. Hopefully we're doing a good job. Nice to meet you all. Nathan will give you a good presentation. Okay.
So as long as you're ready to hear it, I'm here for
Yes. I'm just looking for documents, so don't mind.
you. All right. So we've been around since 1900, so we just celebrated 125 years. That's been pretty cool for us. We got offices all over the nation. Ours is over near Des Moines, but we kind of just operate out of where we live. We've got more policyholders than anybody else in the nation, and that hands-on customer service, that's where we've got those better business bureau ratings and that AM Best rating. And like she said, we don't have a duck walking around at halftime of a football game talking about what we do. We do the sponsorships instead. So we do sponsor the Dallas Cowboys, the LA Lakers, and the Texas Rangers do play on the Globe Life Field. That's how we do it.
You gonna brag about the Cowboys? You do not.
Yeah.
I absolutely despise the Cowboys. I hope we're on the same page.
No, I've been a Cowboys fan for a year, but they didn't do much good for a while.
Yeah.
Well, we always joke if they ever do make it to the Super Bowl, Globe Life will probably sponsor that, so that'll be a huge win for us.
Well, you're saving money.
Well, right? So believe it or not, my dad grew up in Ohio. I am a Cleveland Browns fan and have been since birth. Actually met a client 3 weeks ago over in Richland, Iowa, who is also a Browns fan, so that was a huge win for me. We are officially best friends, so.
Oh, that's the other one that
Yes, exactly. Well, besides my dad, but yes, exactly.
So what we do at no cost to the county whatsoever, we just provide benefits that'll cover the employee and their families. And then with the larger participation, we'll create a larger tax savings for both the employee and the county. And how we're a little bit different, we got that unique life benefit. I'll get to that in a second. We take a needs-based approach. So we're not trying to cover somebody for $1 million. We're just trying to make sure everybody's got their final expenses. And then we do have 2 free introductory offers. That being, everybody will get a $3,000 accidental death policy for absolutely free, either regardless if they buy anything or not. That coverage extends to their spouse as well. And then every child they have will have $1,000 of coverage until they're 18 or they graduate college. And they also get a no-cost discount card as well. That covers vision, hearing, chiropractic care, dental, prescription drugs, anywhere from 10 to 85% off. We just say use it before you use your insurance and see which one's better. If we get you a better discount, great. If we don't, at least we tried. And those are completely complimentary from us to everybody. Any questions with those?
I'll just piggyback off that real quick. So those 2 complimentary benefits, like he said, come with the program. So with your consent, we can offer that to all of your employees. It can be your part-time employees, your eligible employees, whoever you will allow us to present those to. They do expire annually. So part of our service is being able to come back here every single year to renew that for the employees. And that, of course, gives us an opportunity to build relationships with everybody, build trust with everybody, and we know things change. So, this year, maybe I don't need life insurance. Throughout the year, I have a baby. I want to protect my family, so I'm going to pick up on some life insurance, especially a policy that I know belongs to me when I leave the county.
Yeah, so that unique life benefit we touched on, that's going to be a whole life policy or whole life type policy because it's going to cover you for your whole life. You're getting it at a term price. It's called our group term to 65 or group term to 100. So it's going to cover you until you're 100. But there's an option to be paid up at 65. So it's the whole life coverage, but you're paying a term price for it. It's not going to gain the cash value like the whole life policy does, but that's what you're getting at a term price.
Does that make sense? So it's permanent life insurance until you're 100. You have it paid up at 65. Your rates are locked in for life. So whenever you bought it, that's the rate you're going to pay until you're 65. And it's 100%.
for 2 years.
Yeah, but you got coverage until you're 100.
Yep. And then that first $50,000 is going to be on the pre-tax side of things. So that's where the county comes in to take that of payroll. You're going to get that tax savings. So
The nice thing about this life insurance too is not just accessible to the employee, the spouses and the children can have this policy as well. So it's an awesome way for us to educate folks on life insurance for the entire family as well.
Which is what we have now. Yeah. I was trying to compare and contrast.
Yep, and we also have single parent rates as well. So there's individual rates, there's single parent rates, and there's family rates on everything that we offer.
Your Sun Life,
Yes.
it's offered to the spouses and children as well.
Mhm.
So when they do a voluntary, how's that work when they leave the county?
I have no idea.
Then we can cover children and grandchildren up to $50,000 as well.
And so sometimes we're able to offer a little more than maybe sometimes other vendors are. We're not looking to replace Sun Life. We're just looking to be another add-on that they can choose from. And where we know the difference is going to be, our policy will belong to the employee, so they can take it with them at the same rate they bought it at when they bought it.
Okay.
After we touch on life insurance, then we'll touch on the supplementals because Iowa gets graced with being the capital center of the United States. Luckily, we're not in Cass County right now. We're in Iowa County, but Cass County got blessed with being the #1 over there, so that's terrible. But with our cancer coverage, you're going to get first occurrence benefit of $3,500. They're going to give you $500 for chemo and radiation every single day. You're in chemo and radiation. They're not going to cap it. There's transportation to and from. They're going to give you 25 cents a mile for 100 miles or 6 flights a year for even a loved one to the cancer treatment center of your choice. This hits on 18 different things. These are just a couple key points. Another one's prescription drugs. They give you up to $10,000 a year for prescription drugs. They don't say that it has to be a name brand. They don't say it has to be generic. It can be a trial drug. We just say, send us the receipts, we'll get you money. Get you money.
And then we pay in addition to any other vendor too. So if you did have an Aflac cancer policy, obviously we would encourage you to keep and hold on to that. Our rates are just less expensive enough that folks can have multiple policies with us and other vendors. So for example, we do have some generalized rates there for you to look at. I give a wide range, anyone between the ages of 20 and 25, this policy runs at $1.63 a week. So very, very affordable, obviously, and it's 100% affordable for them. And if you're sitting between the ages of 65 and 69, that is, you have to have the policy issued by the age of 69. The most that it will cost is $9.44 a week. That is going to be a pre-tax premium as well, so it's going to save you money on payroll taxes there too. Once you have that policy out by the age of 69, you get to keep it forever. So we will not age you out on that policy either. Really, really, really good policy to have in your back pocket, especially with cancer on the rise in the state of Iowa. Doesn't seem like it's going down either. Folks are definitely picking up on that policy quite a bit.
Yeah, and if you have this, when you get cancer and you go through remission and it comes back, we pick up right where we left off. So we're not gonna cap you out because you had it once, and then we're gonna keep holding your hand through the whole process.
And then we also want to just piggyback on that service. So the client calls their agent, we are going to file all the claims for the client. We don't want you to have to try to figure out how to do that online, call an 800 number, any of that stuff. It is our job to take care of you, and we do really take that very seriously.
So that'd be the treatment route. We do have a cash out option as well, where you can pick anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000. If you get that cancer diagnosis, you just get that lump sum payout. That's going to be on the post-tax side of things, just so the government can't touch that money because you've already paid your taxes on it. But you can get that in addition to or that treatment plan as well. And then we'll touch on a critical illness that works that same kind of way. $10,000 to $50,000 of coverage if you have a heart attack, stroke, cardiovascular disease, total loss of hearing, total loss of sight, or an organ transplant. Obviously, you're not going to be in work. So that's where that benefit really comes in handy. It's going to give you a cash benefit, get your bills paid while you're trying to get back to work. Any questions with those ones?
Mhm.
And then our last one is our Accident Protector Max. This one's my personal favorite just because I was in construction for so long and I wish I had something available to me that was at this price point. The Accident Protector, it's going to protect you on off the job, whether you're working or not, whether it's covered by workers' comp or someone else. It's still going to pay directly to the employee's bank account. It's going to cover up to the first $500 of that hospital bill. And it doesn't even have to be ER. It can be a chiropractor, it can be a dentist. It just needs to be a licensed physician. The only caveat to that is you just need to go to the doctor in 48 hours. So it's hard for the roads guys to get it through. If they're head, they have to go see a doctor. So that's what we press on. Go see a doctor in 48 hours and we can get you paid. It's going to cover up, like I said, up to that first $500 of the bill. You get stuck in the hospital, they give you $1,000, and then you get stuck in intensive care, they double your daily benefit. It's a compounding payout. It also has an automatic accidental death rider involved in it as well. If you pass away in an accident, it's $25,000. An auto accident is $50,000, and if you pass away where you purchase a ticket, like a train, plane, Uber, cruise, Lyft, Ferris wheel, it's going to be covered for $250,000. And then there's also a dismemberment in there as well. So you lose a finger, blow off your hand with a firework, anything like that. It happens.
Which it has happened, yeah.
So there's additional payouts for that. The insured is the higher payouts, but it will trickle to the family. So it'll trickle to the spouse, it'll trickle to the kids.
So on this policy here, the accident plan, it runs an individual $3 a week. That will be pre-tax, so it's probably going to feel more like $250 coming out of their paycheck. Single parent plan is going to be $416 a week, and the family plan is $624 a week. And then you can use this plan as many times as you need to in a calendar year. I know I have 3 boys, so it comes in handy. Very, very grateful to have the policy in place. And then again, our rates are just right. That it's good to have in your back pocket. And if you ever need us, please call us so we can help you. So how this is gonna work basically is we would love the opportunity to be able to take care of you guys. With your consent, we'll come in and get everyone enrolled on those 2 complimentary benefits. Nathan here also sells ice cream on the side. And so we would likely bring ice cream to the enrollment, meet everybody, get everyone set on those 2 free policies, which will be that life insurance, so the accidental death life insurance for you, your spouse, and your family, and your discount card. Our clients are raving over this discount card. They love it, so we want to be able to help you with it. And then we will educate you on what else you would have access to. So our life insurance, of course, I think would be a great opportunity for folks here. And then same thing with the supplemental benefits. We do educate everybody on supplements. As you know, like we said, cancer's on the rise, unfortunately, so we want to make sure everyone knows what they have access to now through the county. As we mentioned, very easy onboarding. In order for us to open up a free account, we just need basically your guys' consent. It's a couple signatures. We need an employee list. All we need on that list is first name, last name, and a hire date. And then that gets sent down to our home office. It opens up the free account, and we schedule a day that's convenient for the county workers for us to come and sit and meet everybody, similar to probably how Aflac does that as well. And so we would love to be able to do that for you guys today.
I think we are waiting on some questions from the auditor's office, because we have another proposal that ties into our Sun Life policy. It depends if we take them on for the extra stuff.
Okay.
So we'll be in touch. I think we can iron some things out.
Gotcha. We just want to touch again on the fact that our life insurance is going to be 100% affordable. So what we find is that oftentimes when group policies are being offered, you can purchase additional life insurance, but when you leave, you're not tied to that rate anymore. And clients kind of get, whoa, I didn't realize this was going to happen, and then now they can't afford that life insurance anymore, especially in retirement age. So,
Yep,
beautiful.
understood.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate your guys' time today. Any questions, any thoughts about anything? Okay.
Thanks, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
We need a break.
Oh, yeah. Some have day jobs. They're always.
Mr. Brown,
Yes, hi.
come on up.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Michael.
Hi.
I'm a partner
Thank you.
with Don.
Good to see you again.
Yes, good to see you too.
I can pass it down.
Okay.
Again,
So I still have your one in here from last time.
I imagine you do.
I bet I do.
Yeah, good. Would you like one of these?
Okay, I think I have yours.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
So they already got one.
All right, good.
I'm sure I got some more.
Oh, yep, I do. Here it is. Yep.
Everybody got a card?
Got two, I got two now.
Well, there you go. We're trying to get rid of them, actually.
Any updates? Three behind.
Here you go, Kevin.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, we're here to find out what you'd like to have us do. We dry out old buildings, as you know. And we were just over in the courthouse. You need some help.
We need a lot of help more than that.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst cases of rising moisture I've ever seen in one of these courthouses.
Yeah.
It's over my head on the first level floor there. And it's in practically every wall. The only ones you can't see it in is the walls that are covered. So, there's nothing that's never gonna stop.
Yeah, we'll just keep getting.
And you guys have a sandstone foundation. In fact, the whole building is sandstone. And
it's in the name. It's already a very porous stone, and once you get the salt inside and it starts recrystallizing, that's the beginning of the end. And from the progress that it's already made, it's a very severe situation. And we can't reverse the damage that's already been done, but we can stop it from getting any worse. We get all that excess moisture out, all the excess salts out, so the destruction halts. And you have to stop it.
Yeah.
We're the only ones that can do it.
You guys you're on the National Record of Historic Places. So this is a special building, and
Remind me what your quote amount was, I was looking through my
I was gonna
email.
say, with all the need, we'd be a great advertising spot, so you would give us one heck of a deal.
we actually are giving you a pretty good deal.
What was the quote, roughly?
Well,
39.5.
Okay, I thought it was 30 something.
yeah, for a building,
You got a better deal than I got quoted.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 10,000.
I thought it was 33, yeah, 33 is in my head.
I'm dealing with you.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a big footprint. Yeah, so we gotta put 2 of our largest units in and 2 of our smaller units. It's a big installation.
and for a building this size, it's almost 15,000 square feet footprint. So that's a big print. And for a building this size, we usually charge between 40 and 45 to 50,000. So we're giving you a deal. Last year we gave you a deal, and this year it's up a little bit from last year because we had some price increases that we had to pay for, and our units are made in Europe, so we had some tariffs that we've had to pay for too.
Is there maintenance to them? Do they wear out?
No, sir. Set it and forget it.
I fully don't understand it, but
I understand.
Michael, let me introduce Michael to you because you haven't met him before. He's a co-owner of our business. We started the business together. He's my son-in-law, but
It's been rough.
but he's also our technical guy. I'm not. I just stay the heck away from all that. I just get in.
how many new people you picked up last year?
Oh, jeez.
Say courthouses, we'll stay it that way.
Well, we're in 33% of the courthouses in Missouri.
And one day I just did Madison County, Missouri courthouse, and that put us literally exactly 1/3 of the courthouses.
Because I did, last year, I did call several of the ones you had in Iowa.
Yeah, we have.
Did you go look at the one in Washington?
Yeah,
What do you think?
and since I've been here,
They don't understand how it works either.
Kevin, since I've been here, we've gotten the big courthouse up in Lynn County.
You talked about you get work going up there last year.
Yeah, and we also got their archives built, it's kind of like an archives building. They have all their documents in that building. And we have found, we're doing museums now too. We have found that we actually dry out the paper stuff that they have in display, the documents they have, the historic letters, any kind of clothing they have, we dry them out. And last year when I was here, we all went down to the inspection that we did. You guys were all there. And I remember seeing you at the end of the day when you were going upstairs. And you really need us. You really need us. Every place we've put our devices, and we're now in about 22% of the Iowa courthouses, by the way. Every place that we've put our devices, those customers become a reference for us. You can check with Luke up in Lynn County if you want to. We got those 2 huge big buildings that are enormous. Washington County's right down below you. You can check with them if you want to.
Jefferson County over here,
Yeah.
Marion County.
Washington at the time was the closest field trip for me.
Yeah, that and Lynn, both kitty
Because
corner.
if you see one after 1 year, to me, it's not as big a deal if you go over there several years later.
Right.
Because it's not a 1 year flip the switch and it's done.
But it's well into the process in 1 year, because we're drying out these courthouses in 3 to 18 months now. But, you know, when you have a situation as severe as your building, it could take the full 3 years to dehydrate. And it could take even longer than that to finish the desalination process, because the salt will continue to exit the walls several years after we get the excess moisture.
And you gotta get rid of the salt system.
How long after you, let's say theoretically we did this, how long before we could repair the basement? Do we need to leave it exposed?
I would for, makes sense, just because of the severity of this particular case.
Someday I'd like to get the basement walls fixed.
I would wait a year and a half.
Yeah.
And, when we do the installation, we're gonna clean those walls from all the plaster that's disintegrating.
You guys take it off?
We're just scraping it off, but yeah, because there's salt that's pouring through the surface of those walls. That's why they look like they do, is because the salt exiting. So we scrape all that off, all the loose plaster, just so it's, because the other thing about salt is it holds on to moisture. And so if you have a bunch of salt deposited on the surfaces of the wall, as we're dehydrating the wall, the salt will grab a lot of that moisture and retain it. So I just clean all the salt off so as much moisture can come out in this first year, and we come back a year later and do another cleaning of all the salts. Your maintenance guy certainly can clean the walls every 3, 4, 5 months if they want. As you see the salt coming out, we actually recommend that.
Yeah.
But if you're not able to have someone do that, I'll definitely do it when we come back a year later.
So you guys check on it every year or just for the first couple of years, or
Well, we come back and do a 1 year,
the moisture checks, whatever?
moisture check where we take fresh core samples. And then I come back again 3 years later and do the final series of tests.
Yeah, we give you the results of most of those tests.
Where I see it, Kevin, is see where we end up at the end of this year, if we have any extra ending fund balance to pay for it. And then budget amendment into next year's.
And then we wouldn't know this until the end of June?
I was just looking at what we have, where we're sitting,
Potentially it's there.
potentially, but I don't know, we still have a few months left.
Because, yeah, I've got, everybody maybe agrees or disagrees, it sounds like Holcomb, but I've been to look at places and they say the same thing, it worked. It doesn't make sense, it shouldn't work.
Well, I mean, the technology is simple yet complex. I mean, we're dealing with just basic physics. And it is a passive antenna, just like the ones we used to have on our roof for the TVs. There was no electricity to those. TV station would broadcast on a particular frequency. Your antenna on the roof was tuned to that frequency. It captured, bring the signal down to your TV, you turn it on, you had a picture. No electricity flowed from that.
You know, these things take no electricity.
There's no electricity, so all we're doing is using.
They get grounded though or something, don't they?
Yeah, that's how we discharge it. I have to ground it. Because what it's doing, we're capturing the RF or radio frequency, Wi-Fi frequency, stray energy that's in the environment, plus electromagnetic energy that's trapped in the building itself. And we're drawing it to the unit, which then discharges it through the ground wire.
And it has no negative effect on people or computers or.
Well, what we actually hear, and we don't make these claims, it's only what our customers say, is that their headaches go away, their allergies go away, scratchy eyes, sore throats, rashes, they disappear because a dry building is generally a healthy building, and mold feeds off of moisture, and if you get all the moisture out of the building, the mold can't survive. So.
The smells go away. Your courthouse smells. We were down in the basement just now. It's got heavy air to it.
And it's one of the first things we'll hear, and if you guys call any more of our customers, is that that's how they know it's working first, because the air gets incredibly fresh, because it also increases negative ions in the environment. So that's knocking all the particulates and impurities and dust, dander, pollen, it's pulling it all out of the air. So we just did the Berry County Courthouse and the jail a month ago down in Missouri. And the commissioners wanted to go see how the jail was doing. The treasurer wanted it in her own house, so she went in like 3 days after we installed it, went over to the jail to check it out. And she had to run back out. She said it smelled so bad because we're releasing all the funk out of the building too. And then I'm like, oh, the commissioners are going over to check it out. They went over there a month later, which was just last week, right?
Yeah.
I called you.
Uh-huh.
And they called us while they were in session because they were so shocked at the change in the jail. They said they couldn't tell the difference in the quality of the air from outside from when they went inside the jail.
And it was the jail committee that went in there.
Was it one of the other counties that called it, was their engineer's office in a basement. They didn't understand it worked and it worked. Jefferson County?
I don't think the question is if we believe that works, we just gotta find the money. So I think we just figure out at the end of the fiscal year and we get in touch.
Yeah.
Check back with us in mid-June.
And are we going off my quote or his quote?
Yeah, who's the quote? I do the deal with her.
Yeah, 33,000,
Let's
right?
just,
No.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That was last year.
Yeah,
should we just leave this with them?
Yeah.
yeah, leave that here.
You had that.
With that quote, we get it in June.
You still have that brochure with a list of your customers?
Thank you.
Don, did you bring the list of references?
No, do you still have those? Abby, do you still have those?
I'm sure I do in my file, in my lovely books over here.
Well, we can send you a fresh one if you'd like.
A what?
A new list of references.
Yeah, you can-
More of us.
You can call Luke Fisher. He's the guy in charge of all the buildings at Rapid City.
Lynn County.
Cedar
Rapids City.
Cedar Rapids.
Cedar Rapids. You can call him, talk to him. We've been in less than a year, so it hasn't been a long time.
Allen McKee County, they want to put in their courthouse too, and he, Tom's the presiding or the chair. He came down to Buchanan County, because we're in Buchanan County courthouse too, and then he went to Lynn County and looked at both the courthouse and the Gene Oxley building, which are the two buildings we put in last year. And he was astounded. Luke's extremely happy with it, and did you tell them the White Glove story about their documents when Cedar Rapids flooded?
Yeah, I
Was
got
that 2007?
eight.
Was it 8? So all their valuable documents for the whole county were in the basement of the Gene Oxley building when it flooded. So literally every document was underwater. So they wanted to have them restored and preserved, and so they went to the specialist company that does that. They call it a white glove treatment. And it was $20,000 per tome to white glove it. They did 2 tomes. They did 2 tomes, spent 40 grand. Like, we're hosts, we can't afford to do this. The county will bankrupt just trying to save their documents. So then when we found out that our technology dries out all the documents, his eyes just about popped out of his head because we charged him 60 grand or something.
Yeah.
And they're gonna dry out all their county documents.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We've had some unusual experiences with what we've done. The technology goes way beyond what we initially thought.
Yeah, we thought we were just drying out masonry.
Yeah.
We're drying out every organic material that's holding excess moisture. So, except for a human body.
Yeah.
So.
And and the air gets really clean, and we have people tell us that their allergies have cleared up and that kind of thing. We can't sell that idea because the FDA will get after us, but that's what happens. It's just what we hear from people.
So you said you want us to call you tomorrow?
July 15th. How's that?
July 15th?
We'll know
Yes.
if we have extra.
Yeah, but put this in the budget, at the top of the budget. You have to have it, you guys. Your courthouse should be a place of honor for people from the county to come in and do their business there. And we will help you get that courthouse fixed up, so 3 or 4 years from today, you're gonna be proud to have people coming in.
So do you have a maintenance guy over there that,
He's gone today.
but
Yeah.
does he just let all the walls crust and just sit on the top of the wainscoting? Because they were just like, was piled up all along.
It
the
keeps
wood
falling
walls.
off.
So it's nonstop.
We've sealed it since I've been around twice. I know they've replastered and supposedly sealed it. And it was supposed to stop that.
So
There's
that's,
been multiple attempts to sealing the,
so as a going forward datum, never use any waterproof anything on those walls. Can only be breathable paint. Acrylic or latex, it has to breathe or that'll just continue to happen. The water's gotta escape, somewhere will peel, crack.
no, that was always trying to seal it. And that would,
And that traps it, which
pushes it off.
which drives the water even further up the wall, because it's going to keep climbing until it can escape. That's the nature of rising moisture.
Yeah, we handle the water that comes up underneath the building. And we're the only company in the United States that has this technology, and it really works. It works every place we put it. We want you guys to have it.
So July 15th?
Yes.
Okay.
And if inflation keeps going, we're gonna have to raise the prices again. We don't wanna do that.
we're locked in now.
That's a good till December.
Yeah, that's gonna, this is gonna stay,
It'll be good till July?
this
Yeah.
price is gonna stay until you say yes, but the cutoff is the end of July.
Okay,
Okay,
perfect.
that sounds good. Thanks for
Keep that
coming.
in
You heard him say that now, I can't say.
And if you dig up some mason jars somewhere before that, don't hesitate to call us.
Yeah.
Or somebody donate something to give us a big donation.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, we should have a fundraiser.
You could.
Actually, wouldn't be a bad idea.
I don't think it'd take you
We
long
can
to
have
raise
a-
40 grand.
Like a dinner in the courthouse. It'd be really fun.
John's cooking hot dogs.
Are you the cook of the area?
Sometimes.
Good.
Hot dogs usually is my cup of tea.
I'd like to be a hot dog vendor.
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to get the cart and everything.
Oh, we can find.
So you guys got any other questions?
No?
Nope.
All right, so we're gonna count on July. We're gonna be up here, Hancock County, which is up the road from me, a couple of counties over. Yeah, you know where they are?
That's where Hancock
There
County.
were a couple.
It's about 3-hour drive from here.
Oh, is it really?
I
it's
was just
what-
there last night, yeah.
It's a ways.
Anyway,
3 hours.
they're going to be, their budget year starts in June. I think it's June 1st, something like that. Anyway, they're gonna do their courthouse at that same time. So if we can do that, or maybe it's July, maybe we can do both of them together.
Okay.
Okay.
So we would have called Hancock, maybe get a group rebate that way.
Well,
What do you call kids, man, get them on?
it'll save us some transportation costs and things like that. So, okay, thank you. All
Yeah,
right.
thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, any questions, give us a call.
Sure will.
I would like to go back to the insurance discussion, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I wanted to put all my desks back together.
We're talking about our insurance, this other.
But, so I looked at our renewal, it looks like we're spending $40,000 a year on the long-term disability right now for, so like going back to that saving 9% to switch.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money that we're spending. Short-term is $39,000 a year, long-term is $42,000 a year. So we're spending $80,000, so 9% of that, whatever that is. So going back to, do we want to switch or not? I feel like we can't do too many things. I think we'll just keep it where we're at.
I'll leave it alone for now.
Okay, I'll make a motion to keep our long-term and short-term disability where it's at with someone.
There's a second.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
I think Eric was even kind of indicating that.
Yeah, So that, because it depended how many people signed up for the extra stuff. So then going back to this presentation that we just had. They're more expensive than what we're paying by a lot,
This one,
yeah.
Normally.
but this one, we have nothing, theoretically, we have nothing to do with expenses.
No, and no, I'm a no.
It's up to them to do everything. They're not.
Well, and that's what we
Just
do with
like-
Aflac. Aflac just makes your own contacts, right?
Yeah, and it's more expensive than what even Sun Life proposed to us, so.
Because what Aflac wants done now, right, is they want to kind of come to our insurance meeting, but in the past, we just allowed them just to contact their employees, right?
Yeah, they have their own day
They
here.
have their own.
We only have, let so many things open. We only have 32 policies with the Aflac for the extra stuff. 15 accidental, 8 cancer, 4 hospital, 2 critical care, 3 life, extra life insurances. So to do all this work to change and do the for 15 seems like a lot. Because anybody can go to these people and if they're listening today and they want to get a service from them, they can call them up and get it. But if we're gonna have our in-house, just keep it where it's at, is my suggestion. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Clear as mud.
Mhm.
All right, anything else? Or you want the,
Anything for next week?
I'll be here.
Okay, so I seek a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Leave that thing on.
Opposed,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, what?
In 5 minutes.
Yeah, we took a recess.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Motion to approve the letter of support for the police computer equipment upgrade project for Williamsburg.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion approved.
Want to get in on this meeting?
Did that have to be a separate meeting or what?
It just got missed on the agenda.
Okay.
So when she noticed it, it was around 11 o'clock, so it had to be 24 hours.
Okay. That works. Have a good weekend.
You too.
You as well, have a good weekend.
I think.
Yeah, him and
either
Chris.
you or Chris, we're both